Just like the title says, we've got pricing on the Bricklink Designer Program Series 3, which is going to be available for pre-order in about a month. It comes out October 8th, 2024. However, the way that the Bricklink Designer Program works is you put in your order on October 8th or anytime between October 8th and the 30th, and then you do not pay and you do not receive the set until next March. That's just the way the Bricklink Designer Program works. Fans submit their models, and then they decide on 5 sets ultimately that will get built, and then crowdfunding starts. So let's jump right into the cheapest one and arguably one of the prettier ones, Camping Adventure. This is by King Creations, and it has 230 parts. Well, excuse me, 230 unique parts, 669 nice total parts, and only 2 minifigures. There's also no stickers involved with this, and it looks really cute. I like the color scheme. I like the setup for the little campfire there. I think the tree build is nice and unique looking. Well, not too unique. I suppose it kind of matches the A-frame cabin set that came out a couple years back. Overall, I think that this one is going to go really quickly because it's so cheap. The last Bricklink Designer Program series that came and went, I believe the Mushroom House was the cheapest one available, and that was 90 US dollars. So that one also went really quickly and sold out before the crowdfunding date closed. So I suppose if you want this one, jump in there pretty quickly. The inside does have a bunch of details, which looks really, really nice. This is going to be a really nice... Oh, look, they've even got it right next to the A-frame cabin. That's convenient. I think that looks really fantastic next to it. Yeah, the tree is almost mirrored right here. That's really good looking. Wonder if there's like a family lore that they've established where this family's renting the cabin or stays there and this one is next door and they've got some sort of rivalry. It's like The Great Outdoors with that John Candy and Dan Aykroyd movie back in however many years ago. Good movie. Check it out. So big jump from $55 all the way to 210 US dollars. Ooh. This one's by Rich Herbert or Rich Herbe, however you say it. This is also going to be releasing the exact same day because all 5 of them will be available for purchase the same day, and then they're all going to ship next March-ish. However, that's of course subject to change. This is the Harbor Master's Office. Now, if you're like me and you missed out on the Fisherman Store, this is the next best thing. The Fisherman Store came out, I think, 2017, and it has since gone off market and has shot way up in price. This, however, is the next best thing, and I think it looks really fantastic. All right, let's zoom in just a little bit here. Look at all the little animals and sea life happening under here. Just gorgeous. And this is one of my favorite torsos of all time. This sweater torso here, it came in the lighthouse, the motorized lighthouse, and I think it just looks really fantastic. Reminds me of the sweater from Harry Met Sally, the one that Billy Crystal wears. Looks like it comes with a little boat. All right, so it's modular, it looks like, or at least you'll be able to take off the second floor, and there's a hint of a ladder. You can also take off the roof. Man, this just looks great. Lots of details. There's a gas pump here for the boats, I'm assuming. Small vessels only, scuba equipment. Comes with 6 minifigures, and the downside of this one is 14 stickers if that's something that bothers you. Almost 2,500 pieces, 2,418 pieces for $210. Price to part ratio is not too shabby at all. But as far as price to stuff, I think this is probably bigger than what's being illustrated in the photos. Overall, it looks like there's lots of different posability and room for the minifigures. I think this is a win-win for any city builder that's got a harbor area. This is just a great looking set overall. I'm excited to see whether or not this one sells out quickly or not because it is the next cheapest one after the $55 mark on the camper van. But that's a huge jump. I mean, it's a $150, $155 jump from the camper. But I think this looks really good. I'm excited for this one. Next jump up is The Art of Chocolate at $230. Woo! For 2,615 pieces, 7 minifigures, 6 stickers. Price to part ratio is not too shabby. This, I think, is going to be a win-win for anybody that wants to fill in their Christmas village. However, I have a Christmas village. This is not one that I particularly care to pick up. For whatever reason, the whole front facade of this is really difficult to get a read on. Like, I understand that this is windows and this is the doorway and another window over here, but overall it just kind of feels messy and I feel like I'm on Shark Tank. For that reason, I'm out. It does open up on the inside and it's closed on the back. It's not like the open dollhouse structure of like barred door, but I think this looks really good on the inside. And they've got the whole chocolate making process, it looks like. Not for me. I think a lot of people are going to jump on this, especially the Winter Village people, but not one for me. I think the color scheme works well, and I like the way that they've done the shaping here. It reminds me of the train station that was in the last series, in Series 2, and overall I think it looks nice, not $230 nice. For that much money, I would want it to be maybe on a base plate, maybe have a bit more sidewalk here in the front. It's smaller than a regular modular building, but it costs just as much. Next is the Lost City. The Lost City by Let's Go Lego Brick is the designer, and it's going to come in at $289.99 US. Ooh! That is a steep price, almost $300 for a temple of some kind. So the Lost City, I'm just gonna go in thinking this is like Indiana Jones-esque. All right, let's check the inside. There's nothing on the inside. What's going on here? I understand it's a lost city and maybe it's supposed to be the ruins of a temple, but that's a lot of empty space dedicated to nothing. So right off the bat, I'm thinking, okay, well, you could have made the whole structure maybe a bit skinnier. Okay, so that's the money shot. That's really pretty. Maybe there's like a fantasy story that goes with this. Prepare yourself for adventure with the set of a lost city, mixing ancient architecture and ruins covered by vegetation for the pleasure of the eye of the collectors and the pleasure of the imagination of the players. So there's a game. You can discover different parts of the lost city, or such as its ruins, its 2 towers, closing treasures, the stone bridge, the rotunda, the throne room, and its water mirror, the king's tomb. But beware, adventurers never came back, probably lost between these 3,506 bricks. I hope you'll enjoy this model. It was a real wish to build a playable set in the world of adventure. What's the playable part? 2 minifigures is insane. 2 minifigures for $289? I don't know what's going on there. Are they not include? Okay, so they're not including the Skellimon as a minifigure. See, this is a really great looking set. Maybe the back isn't as much space dedicated as I thought it was. It's kind of hard to figure that out. So we got another Skellimon down here, unless it's the same one and they've just moved it. I'm not getting it, but I think that it will probably be a moderately popular set. Maybe akin to the pirate set that released in the last series, where they had no problem hitting the initial crowdfunding goal, but they didn't sell out. I think that this one's probably going to be in a very similar vein to that. Kind of a similar price point too. I mean, it's pretty, don't get me wrong, but not for me, I don't think. I do like the statues out front. I think that's really cool. I think they've done a really good job with that. I like the color scheme. I think they've done a good job of adding like is it a patina if it's stone? Or just an aged look to this stone structure, this lost temple. It's cool. Not for me, especially not at $300. Now for the one that's probably going to sell out just as quick as the RV, and it's also one of my favorites. The Forest Stronghold by Krakenator. Now this is just so fun. If you're a fan of classic medieval or classic castle sets, this is awesome. The elements here, the little wood elements here and here, remind me of the medieval blacksmith set. This is just overall a fantastic looking set. Oh my gosh, look at the back. Look at the gold. We've got so many details and it looks lived in. See, that's where the Lost Temple was missing out for me. It didn't look lived in. This looks awesome. And I love that they've incorporated all of these black trees into the build itself. And it's not just one that's kind of thrown off to the side. Like, I mean, this looks like, okay, the roots are there. That's so cool. And they've just done a great job integrating all the trees. And it really does remind me of the classic Forestman sets. And if you've got the Forestman gift with purchase like I do, that'll look really good next to this. One major downside is probably going to be the size of this. I mean, it's massive. I don't know if the pictures really give it a whole lot of justice, but I mean, that's really wide. I love the zip line here. He only comes to the parties for the zip line.
I feel like you're just here for the zip line.
This little drainage system down here. I mean, all of the texturing on the set looks fantastic. This is going to look really good if you have Lion Knight's Castle as like an opposing fortress maybe. I think that the Lion Knights maybe are going to go to war with the Forestmen if you have both sets, but this looks great. I feel like I keep sounding like Tony the Tiger. I just keep saying great. $300 though for 3,400 pieces. Okay, I see you, King. It's okay. Not too shabby at all. In all honesty, when this set was just in the preview stage, I saw this and thought, okay, this is going to be a $350 set for the LEGO Designer Program, especially because there's such a limited number and there's people that are willing to pay, you know, what it's worth and then some. Lots of minifigures. You get 12 total. You get 6 full adult Forestmen, a child forest boy, some sort of maiden. This is the painter torso from the medieval village, and we get 3 Black Falcon soldiers. Awesome. Awesome. This one's going to have no problem reaching its crowdfunding goal. I think that this one is probably going to go really quickly. So if you are new to the whole Bricklink Designer Program thing and you really want a set, jump on there as soon as you can. So it says here, October 8th, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Set your alarm, whatever you got to do, hide from your wife, stay in the closet, go to the bathroom. Secure Wi-Fi connection is absolutely important here. I think that this series is stronger maybe than Series 2. Personally, I cared the most about this one down here, Ominous Isle, and Logging Railway, but even then, mostly just Ominous Isle. That's just for me, though. For Series 3, if I had unlimited pockets, I'm getting this one here, this one here, this one here, and probably skip the other 2. We have a really strong Series 3, and I'm really excited to see what people do and how many they get. No idea what I'm going to do with them. Probably not a whole lot. Maybe just the camping adventure because money is tight. But the good news about the designer program is even if you put your order in October 8th when the sets initially launch, then you don't pay until they ship. So if you buy all the sets and then you panic and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to come up with all this money, you have until at least March to come up with that cash. So that's a pro and a con. Maybe pool your Christmas money, sell some organs. I don't drink, so I think I may sell one of my kidneys. I don't really need both of them. I'm thinking of other body parts I can sell online in a way that won't get me fired from my teaching job. Which ones are you planning on buying or want to buy? Let me know in the comments, because you got 33 days, 17 hours, 13 minutes, 24 seconds to make those decisions, but you do have a bit longer to figure out the financial side of things. Anywho's, thanks for watching this video. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much to my channel members. I really appreciate the both of you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.